Alright guys, hopefully we are back now. Uh, yeah, so that was fun. It wouldn't be Trashathon without one of those, now would it? So I'm gonna have to go ahead and add source, devices, video, and it's this thing right here. Make it about that big. I also got to determine if it's making noise. I've also got to boot Live Split for the first time in a year. Really since last Trashathon. And don't think it worked. Live Split, where have you gone? Oh no, it did. It just took 7 years. No, I don't want any new updates because the old ones are already hard enough to get to work. Fortunately, we're still very ahead of schedule. The only thing I need to do is figure out how to get this to make noise in my ears. You guys aren't hearing anything, are you? I think I may have disabled the audio device. I think that was what we were looking for. How does it sound to you guys? So, if not previously introduced everyone, I am Strawberry, aka Strawberry Speedruns, to fight the fact that I kind of don't anymore. But one of my favorite games I have speedran is Star Fox 2. And I cooked up this lovely little meme category called Slippy%. So, there's several memes around Slippy the Toad. We skip this intro cutscene. And we see what planets we get. Now, in an 80% run of this game, you would usually want to reset until you get that purple planet on the far right, and then the meteors in the center. But it's Slippy%, we don't care. So we're skipping past all the intro, we don't care about the story. What we do care about is who we are picking. So we're going to pick Slippy. That's rule 1 of Slippy%. And rule 2 is Fox is always your wingman, because, you know, Fox, get this guy off me. Now, there are certain things we cannot do. We cannot use the boost to get through. So, no boosting. We cannot do a barrel roll. So, we are unable to defend ourselves. And we must only use Slippy. If Slippy dies at any point, the run is, in fact, over. And I'm going to turn the audio up, both for me and for you guys. It's going to be a little disjointed for me, but it's better than having, you know, double noise. And we are going to get this thing started in 3, 2, 1, a go.
Good luck.
What?
You can skip this as well, but I just think it looks cool. So, fun fact, this game was released in 2018, whenever the SNES Classic Mini came out. Before that, we were only using a basically a pirated ROM of the final build of the game, because it never, in fact, came out. So we're actually going to go ahead and shoot this missile down. This is really an innovative game for its time that didn't actually accomplish any of its goals, because it never came out. A lot of these features were later seen in Star Fox Command on the DS, which was another fun game nobody played. But your goal is to defend Corneria from getting exploded by all the attacks coming at it. So it's part pseudo RTS and part like, you know, standard Star Fox fly around shoot dudes game. I think Dogfighter is the terminology I'm looking for there. So I'm really only using 2 buttons here. B shoots my laser, and A is my brakes, which I am allowed to use because Slippy flies kind of fat and slow. I do also have bombs, which I'm largely saving for later. Although I think originally when I cooked up this category, I'm also not allowed to use any sub-weapons. Fortunately, your main blaster is honestly kind of disgusting. Now, before we actually get to this planet, we gotta fight Pigma. There's a couple of notable changes from the beta version, which is what we call the cart I have on my shelf over there, that never actually came out, and then the version I'm playing right now. They heavily nerfed your charge shot. Now the homing shot is really only something you get in New Game Plus in this game, whereas it just kind of came factory standard on a lot of these ships you had in, well, all of the ships you had in the original beta leak. I say original, like this isn't the original version. This guy's really giving me what for? Because I don't have that auto home, and I'm also not using my radar properly. See, Pigma's cheating. He's not playing Slippy percent because he's Pigma. So he isn't able to barrel roll off some of my shots. He's really hurting my shields quite a bit here. He is down to his last little sliver of health, but I'm getting there myself. Alright. Went ahead and healed myself up. I'll slightly cheat at the category a little bit. Just because, you know, this is purely for entertainment purposes. Three of these. This is generally pretty fast. We land in walker mode and generally pretty much immediately go straight back up. But now we've got a boosted blaster. So we gotta shoot these boys down. The Walker was another thing that was really kind of innovative for its time, but also, like, it's a product. It is a product of its time. It doesn't work very well. Well, it does get decent 3D movement for a SNES game. So we want to kind of Goomba stop this on-off switch. If you're good, you can just kind of land on it first try. I am less good, so I'm not going to get it first try. And also, due to my lack of ability to barrel roll, I'm just going to get the snot beaten out of me in a lot of these rooms. We could also collect pepper coins if we were doing one of those runs, but we're not, so I'm not. Ideally, you can take this dude down without much effort. Now, you're going to see me getting messages because that real-time clock is still ticking. You're going to see me getting messages from General Pepper. I think on normal difficulty, Corneria can basically handle their own defense. They got planetary missiles that can shoot down stuff. Although, on higher difficulties, or if you really suck at normal, the enemies can take over the planetary defense system. Alright. And now a boss fight, which is basically hold back, mash shoot, and kind of wiggle because that, believe it or not, somehow makes the frames better. Alright, we blew up that dude. We're already a quarter of the way through the run. Nice and easy. So the reason we're blowing up these planets is they are serving as missile launch sites to attack Corneria. So we're going to go ahead and go for Carrier 2 here. Hopefully we got to it before that fighter launched. Yes, we did. Okay. So typical strategy here. We're going to go ahead and heal up again. The typical strategy here is to go ahead and just boost straight at the carrier. This is like a much cheaper version of a Star Fox 1 level, which was basically an entirely different style of game. So we wanted to, that's straight basically for the schnoz of the carrier. And we would be boosting, except we can't boost because we're Slippy. Now, Slippy can boost in the game. I'm just placing artificial restrictions on myself because I'm a dum-dum. Fox trying to remind me how to be a good pilot. I don't care how to be a good pilot, dude. I'm Slippy. The Super Nintendo, or at least the Super Nintendo we're emulating, is trying to just think so hard about rendering 3D space that there's barely room for a game, if we're honest. So, we can't barrel roll, but we can turn ourselves sideways and just vibe for a minute. How are you guys doing? Hi, Red Rosin. How are you? Oh no, an enemy. I have to press a button. And now I've healed. Because we're so dummy thin that we just kind of slide past all these boys. Now, this guy's a little tougher to kill because we gotta hit things. Wow, that was hard, guys. That correction earlier, I said that health pickup was a Twin Blaster. It's not. There is a Twin Blaster on that planet, I'm fairly sure, but I forgot to get it, and that's the trash thing to do. So Andros is going to talk some shit because he's a big dumb monkey. And he's going to launch his Yu-Gi-Oh card at me. And I'm going to have to deal with that thing eventually. It's basically going to come straight for me, but it's much later in the run. Up next, it's Leon. Now, anytime I can hit these guys with those charge shots, it's and boy do I have a long charge. anytime I can hit these guys with charged shots, it's much better for me. But the issue is I actually have to hit them. You can see, like, his HP is getting chunked. But you're basically trying to snipe. They have to willingly run into it almost. And yeah, this guy was a lot easier than Pigma. Mainly because I'm slowly remembering how to play this video game. So that's Leon down. So now we're heading straight to Venom, which, funny enough, is not where Andros is based. This time we gotta stomp on some switches. We're just gonna kind of coast at our own slippy pace, kill some things that want to kill us. You know, we're vibing. It's not exactly a good Goomba stomp there. And we, you know, just fly around. I guess that's the edge of the map over there that we're seeing. Right next to this lovingly 3D rendered mushroom. That's top quality. As much as I'm joking about the way this game looks and plays and has a frame rate of like 2, it really is an absolute... This is like getting this to run on your TI-83. We're talking similar levels of hardware there. Okay, maybe I'm being rude. Maybe TI-84 plus. Okay, so I don't know if we got anybody from, like, not the USA in chat right now, but I'm going to need you guys to tell me, because our education system very much hinges on the Texas Instruments lines of calculators, like the TI-83, TI-84. Like, we basically learn exclusively how to use those calculators when graphing and doing stuff. So is it like that for you guys too, or do you have different calculators, or is your education like entirely different? Do let me know. Ooh, that's health. I do need that. And then I crash into the wall and lose it all. So I'm looking for this dude right here to stop shooting me. I'm also looking to shoot that thing up. Gotta wait for him to open up his big old snuggle arms. Yeah, that's the funny thing about the TI-83 is it's still super expensive, despite the fact that your phone can do like 10,000 times what it can. And your phone is also something you generally already have. So now we pretend we're dodging these laser donuts. In actuality, we're just trying to spam more than we already can. And that's a dead boss. We're 12 minutes in. Yeah, get your OS frogs in chat, please. Now we got one more carrier to kill, which is way on over there. We're gonna head for that. The Mirage Dragon is heading for us, but he doesn't catch us before we hit the carrier. We are gonna have to deal with him later. So, you see we got these little microscopic units of time that aren't really defined up in the top. We can actually kill a Mirage Dragon. Theoretically, if we hit all our shots, we can kill him at like 0.00. But we gotta hit every single shot. And we probably also should like not be slippy. But we're not doing either of those. So it looks like we're approaching this carrier from the after. So the animation you get from approaching a carrier from the back is actually a little faster than the animation you get if you went in from the front. However, one, we're moving at slippy speed here. And two, usually it's slower to try and approach a carrier from the back. I don't even know if we got that health pick up. So this carrier is a little harder. We actually have to go up and down from time to time. Kind of difficult, right? Our dummy thinness will not save us here. Fortunately, our lasers kind of linger out front for a good little bit. As we vibe. Pick up some health, that's good for us. Do recall, if Slippy dies, the run's over. So we're backing up. We're going to shoot this little thorn nubbly boy on the right first. It explodes. We're good. We're alive. Now we're going to go over here on the right. Or the left. It's right, I guess. I don't know if that's even a thing that can look at us. I'm pretty sure it's just an engine core. Whatever it is, we blowed it up right goodly. Good rightly. Alright, so now that we have kind of dealt with everything, we might want to kill some of those fighters because we can't go further until we do. The gun will take care of them. We just got to take care of this Mirage Dragon. Now, fortunately, this dude does a lot less dodging than the members of Star Wolf. However, he does throw those at us, and those hurt. I'm not sure what they are. I'm going to just call them spicy meatballs. But he is giving us a walloping dosage of them. He also breathes lasers. You know, it's your typical Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. The other problem with Slippy is he's got the longest blaster charge out of everybody. Usually if you're playing Mew or Faye, who are fantastic despite the fact they're only in this game, it's just bap, bap, bap. Alright, so Corneria is under assault. The gun gets one. I don't know if the gun's going to get this one before we get it. So we gotta take out this little fighter squadron. That's one shot, two shot. I've lost him. Okay. He just wasn't rendered. Yeah. In the beta with homing shot, you can get these guys so much faster. Your issue is generally just finding the dudes. Also, they will like take off and run away from you. They have squad tactics. Ordinarily, the solution is just a boost. However, we aren't allowed to do that. So we also can't shrug off their hits with barrel rolls. I can't believe I can't hit this guy. Alright. So we lit up a squadron of tiny enemy fighters. Alright, so now we gotta move on to Andross's dope-looking floating fortress. I think he lives in Casino Night Zone. But first we gotta fight Star Wolf, looking edgy as ever. This is one of like the presumable 3 places left that we can die. Because Star Wolf did not come to play games. Well, I think he came to play Star Fox 2 and he's better at it than us because he has access to more buttons. We are low, so we are healing. If If we had bombs, we could use those. We don't have bombs. My muscle memory is for like the actual run of this, so I'm having to actually sit and wait and watch that I have a charge shot lined up, and then it doesn't even hit, so that's great. So every charge shot I do land is like, I think one more and he's dead, actually. The problem is I've actually got to hit him. There he goes. However, if we actually turn to look at him, we do see him run away successfully. So he's not dead. He's ready to come back in another game. Although we did shoot down Pigma and Leon, and they definitely come back eventually. Alright, now we're about to get the sick cutscene of us launching out of our little tube boys to assault Andross's fortress, which is maybe hovering over a sun, or I don't know. It's bright down there. So there's two paths here. We almost always go the left one. The only time you ever go for the right one is when you're trying to we're actually going to pump the brakes and go high, because usually you'll catch this thing when it's on the transition. This is going to spank us. Ah, double spank us. That's way worse than a normal spank. So now we got to get a pretty precise Goomba stomp in here. Managed to get a good landing on it the first try, and that's going to open up this door for us. I tried to dodge that and instead steered right into it. So we could go straight to Andross from here, but instead we're going to go to this, I call it the recovery room, which is a name I just made up like just now, because it's going to have some health drops for us. I like that the inside's just laid out like actual regular rooms, despite the fact that we're flying a jet through here. Like, I have no idea what this interior design was meant to be. You can also just like kind of stomp through here with a walker. There's a pepper coin in here, which is going to heal us up. There's also whatever that dude is. He shoots at us, we don't like him. Now we gotta keep an eye on our radar to watch where he pops up next, which is gonna be right in front of us. Alright, he's down. Now we get things and stuff. We stand on this, we get healed. We come over here, we get a button to mash. Oh, that's you get some hearts, which might help us against Andross.
Special weapon.
And now we stomp our way over here. And here's the other twin blaster. So we're at least gonna step in there with some upgrades.
Twin blaster.
And we'll take off again. So now we have a really big version of that engine that we can kill, and it's got 4 Pokeballs. Our frame rate will increase as we kill them. So we're just going to kind of go around the back. You can hit 3 of them from the front, but I'm taking this roundabout loop-de-loop method. Just because I can. we find the Andros cube. And we shoot it to death. And we have angered the cube as it has exploded. And so it goes down this metal sphincter. I got 3 notifications on my Discord, and I cannot check them because I gotta kill Andros. So he puts on his Vega from Street Fighter 2 mask, and he teleports around a lot. This is pretty much RNG. And he tells us to get wrecked. You can tell you're doing good damage to him whenever you see his eyeballs go out. So that's one that's gone. We want the other one gone as well. So we didn't get the 1 cycle. That's fine. He has attacks here. Like, he'll shoot lasers at us. Now it explodes. We gotta kill the cube. And that is time. 25:50. And we're winners, guys. We really did it. We fly through the Warbledy warp, presumably because we need to gender shift. And oh no, we've been hit. We're gonna get exploded. It's not good. He did a barrel roll. He violated the category. But the massive spinning top children's toy plummets into the sun. You did it, but I was a bit worried. Ribbit. That's right, I was nervous too.
Good work, Starfall. It was a team effort.
What's the mission?
Adios, Andros. Let's head back to the area.
So there's some chat in there. I can't exactly tell who all spoke. I know it was General Pepper, then Fox, then I couldn't tell if it was me or Faye because it's never really clarified. And then Falco definitely, because he's the only one who would say adios Andros like that. And then Fox again. So now we're gonna get our credits full of things we kind of vaguely encountered. If that game seemed really short, it's because on normal difficulty, it really is. On higher difficulties, you have to stop more planets from coming at you. There's sub-bosses. Really, normal is almost like a demo of the game rather than an actual difficulty. But we got what we got. It is what it is. And I'm happy that, you know, after years and years of us having to run it on, like, shady beta cartridges, we got an actual release. It's about what we expected. It's like, yeah, okay, this it's not great. But it is really cool to have. It's like a kind of piece of Nintendo legacy that finally saw the light of day. So it gives us hope for maybe some of those scrapped, like, Ocarina dungeon designs to come back. Although I don't know since they got leaked. But we'll see if we ever get a Nintendo 64 Classic. Hopefully they have better control sticks that don't break. Letting the credits play out here, because we still got a solid 15 mic before our next run. Gonna head and have a look at what's coming next on our schedule as the credit music plays. So, wow. We just had Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventures Thump%, which took 1 entire minute. Then we had Slippy%, a surprise edition run. Up next is going to be Blasphemous 100% New Game Plus by Quinn, assuming that he didn't just tell me that his internet's dead, because he did let me know. Oh no, half of these ats are just people wanting me to go play Among Us, I think. If you've not played Among Us yet, I highly recommend it. It's a great way to have fun lying to your friends. So we have reached the end. And we exploded Andros. And we get a high score of a D. Because we didn't do that good. Because we basically just let Corneria take a bunch of damage. Go ahead and hit it with the SBS for strawberry speedruns. Or super bullshit, your call. And that was Slippy%. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off.